Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and Loki Season 2 will air episodes on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. An announcement made through new promo footage with new looks at Loki, Sylvie, Kang, OB, and Ms. Minutes with her creepy little phrases as always.
Just watch.
Y'all know I'm obsessed with this show. I scrutinized every detail and everything I can find for it. And Loki Season 2, with its finale that'll come sometime around Thanksgiving, will be the last Marvel title I get to dive into before I become a dad this holiday season. So it's gonna be flavored with the fear that I'll forget something and the anxiety that I'm gonna mess everything up. But let's break this down before I break down. Okay, let's check out this September 18th Amazing Loki behind the scenes featurette.
It's go time, day one. I'm excited to be back in the TVA.
Everything is stepped up again. The stakes are huge. Get to see Tom in a suit. A lot of people are gonna like that.
We introduced this whole new corner to the MCU and these new characters.
I've been a fan of the Marvel Universe for a long time. I'm so grateful to be a part of this amazing series.
Rest assured, our Loki will be with our Mobius, and they will be dealing with the consequences of this first season.
A little over the top, don't you think? I thought it was spot on. Season 2 is about Loki understanding himself.
Loki has always been a villain. What we want to explore is also Loki finding what heroicism really looks like.
We're playing God.
We are gods. He's found a new family. There's a new capacity to make connections.
What is it that you really want?
I want to save my friends. He realizes that those connections are all that matter in the end.
The amazing Loki, everyone! He'll be here all week!
Okay, behind these clapboards, there is a scene in the Time Court that has the orange mural that Loki points to in the other Season 2 promo shot. It looks like this might be Episode 1, Scene 14C. There's also the scene with the yellow TVA mail truck crashed into the chronomonitor station where Casey works with the orange rounded TV monitor that crashes down in a shower of sparks. This looks like it's Episode 1, Scene 4 from the clapboard. Actually, a later shot shows Loki in the back of that truck. This is part of the Season 2 opening sequence shown at D23, which picks up with the ending of Loki Season 1 as Loki leaps from that TVA level past the statue of Kang that looms over it all and lands in this yellow mail truck. But this truck has a Ms. Minutes bumper sticker. How's my driving? Report me to 294-X3XV657890X7. So it's not call this number, it's literally report me to. And it might be crazy, but the driver of this truck has short blonde hair, kind of like Sophia DiMartino in the promo shots from this same featurette. This might be Sylvie, because the D23 version of the scene implied that this is all happening when Loki time slipped into a past version of the TVA when Kang still ruled over it openly before he decided to reset everything so that he was hiding behind the timekeepers. And who knows, maybe in that past era of the TVA, Sylvie had tried to infiltrate it, or decided to stay working as a TVA mail delivery person. Now this driver is mic'd, so they're gonna have a line here. They're not just a background character. Since I am revisiting each episode of Season 1 in our Loki recap series that you should definitely check out, if you go back to rewatch Episode 3, Lamentis, Sylvie said that she fell in love with a postal courier.
Managed to maintain quite a serious long-distance relationship with a postman whilst running across time from one apocalypse to another.
Now we have speculated that that postal mystery lover could be Willie Lumpkin, the Marvel mailman played by Stan Lee in 2005's Fantastic Four, or even Dennis the mailman from WandaVision. But since OB is the receiver of all pneumatic tubes correspondence in the TVA, maybe he was the one that she fell in love with. But also the driver of this mail truck might actually be Kate Dickey's character, who's still an unknown, but back in February she was rumored to be playing, quote, an evil general who wants her soldiers, former TVA agents, to destroy the new timelines created after the death of He Who Remains. It would just be kind of fun to have such an important figure established early on as a postal worker in an old era of the TVA, someone who would have later on gone postal and broken away from the TVA, leading other former variants up against it from the void. I do like the idea that she's playing an older Sylvie variant who initially played ball with the TVA, but then betrayed it, like the Sylviest Sylvie, you could say. Anyway, the editing of this trailer also includes a frame segmented into 12 wedges, assembling clockwise like the 12 numbers of a clock. From what I can tell, these are all Loki from other trailer shots we've seen already, but the 4 o'clock position shows Loki in that chronomonitor station with Sylvie behind him. It looks like Loki, after reuniting with Sylvie after the events of Season 1, when she's working as a McDonald's employee, brings her back into the TVA. There is a new shot of Jonathan Majors as Victor Timely. Looks like he's on the platform for the loading booth of the Ferris wheel at the 1893 World's Fair. Later we see Victor blasted out of this structure by Loki's sorcery, which seems to follow with Mobius covering for Loki by telling all these Victorian Chicagoans, "The amazing Loki, everyone! He'll be here all week!" Remember how old cell phones were giant cumbersome bricks and now we have nice sleek ones that fit easily in our pockets? Well, wallets are the same way. So say goodbye to your bulky wallet of yesteryear and say hello to Ridge. Ridge has reinvented the wallet and it is a massive improvement over the ginormous overstuffed wallets that we all grew up with. The Ridge wallet is slim, but expands to hold up to 12 cards plus cash. Ridge wallets come in over 30 colors and styles, including carbon fiber, burnt titanium, forged ember, and burnt Damascus. Each wallet is built with RFID blocking materials that protect your info from digital pickpockets and has an optional AirTag attachment so you'll never lose your wallet again. Ridge has 80,000 5-star reviews and each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty. The Ridge team is so confident that you'll like your wallet that they'll let you test drive it for 99 days. And if you don't love it, send it back for a full refund. And from now until September 30th, with every dollar spent on the website before, you'll be entered to win a brand new upgraded Ford Bronco. Or if you prefer cash, you can take $75,000 instead. The winner will be announced in October. Enter for your chance to win and get 10 bonus entries by going to my link, ridge.com/newrockstars, and use my code NEWROCKSTARS for 10% off your order. Now there is a new angle of the movie actor Brad Wolfe at the movie premiere for Zaniac, and I just realized he has a date in the car. Now this town car is black, but in other shots from past trailers, the wide shot of this movie premiere in front of the theater, there is a bright orange car sitting in front of the theater. That could be how like B-15 and Sylvie and Loki get to this location, a car the color of Ms. Minutes. We see OB's arrival in the TVA repairs office, which is quite an entrance, reminding me of Glinda in productions of Wicked, suspended from a seat high above, and he passes this tangled thicket of pneumatic tubes that all snake down into one bunch. Visually, it's kind of like a vertical version of the tangled mess of the sacred timeline strands being woven down in one coil. And we actually see that image in the backdrop of this viewing station as Loki and OB look out at it. But above their heads is this new detail, some kind of dial or sphere with a red needle and black needles measuring maybe relative stability. I wonder if this could be connected to the handheld meter that Loki holds in other shots we've seen. There are some wholesome shots of the cast hugging on set, probably scenes where Ke Huy Quan and Owen Wilson wrapped for the season, as that's usually when the crew claps like this. But one new shot that freaks me out is this one.
A little over the top, don't you think? I thought it was spot on.
We actually saw this same shot back in the July trailer. Watch that version of it.
A little over the top, don't you think? I thought it was spot on.
Did he catch the difference? Now, in this promo, the background behind Loki, when he says spot on, has been augmented to add a bunch of people in costumes standing frozen in the street. Maybe they were filmed before, but they were scrubbed out of that July trailer for some reason. But it must mean that this shot was still being edited in July, or Marvel Studios does not want us to see these people and to focus too much on them yet. Who are these people? They don't look like crew because they look like they're in costume. There's someone in a white lab coat. The guy closest to us has shorter pants that kind of look like the style worn during Victorian times. Kind of looks like Victor Timely's costume. I don't know, this is crazy. My Ms. Minutes horrifying truth video posed the theory that the TVA was created by Victor Timely and Ms. Minutes extracting the 1893 World's Fair from the timeline, replacing it with the one that we know of in our timeline, and building the origins of the TVA on that World's Fair architecture. The temporal marvel that he shows off at that World's Fair is the first building block of what eventually becomes the TVA. That's my theory. So if those people were displaced from time, maybe they ended up frozen in the street outside the 70s movie premiere in London. Now there is a shot of the damaged temporal core and an orb of some kind at the end of the walkway. Is this orb Ms. Minutes? The OG Ms. Minutes? One that's not a sentient hologram of temporal radiation or whatever it is? Because when Mobius hops out of this platform, the entrance on the wall behind him, from the perspective of the walkway, reads "for all time always." Why would you need that on the outside of the building in this temporal core that no one really should be in without protective gear if something isn't always there at the end of that walkway to read and reflect on that statement? Really though, I think the sweetest thing of this promo is this little moment.
He's found a new family. There's a new capacity to make connections.
What is it that you really want?
I want to save my friends.
He realizes that those connections are all that matter in the end.
Loki and Sylvie are gonna have this moment in a bar, pool table, jukebox behind them, but on the word friends, we cut to this shot of Loki looking back at B-15, Mobius, Casey, Sylvie, and OB. These are Loki's friends now. He no longer cares about anyone who's still in the sacred timeline. He just really relates to the other variants like him who are alienated from time itself just as he is. The feature ends with Loki flickering through various backgrounds, kind of looking like Michelle Yeoh in the multiverse montage of Everything Everywhere All at Once, also starring Ke Huy Quan. But one of those backgrounds is definitely the 1982 McDonald's that Sylvie works at. The final new footage that I want to leave you with is the premiere date announcement clip.
Hey y'all, check
Loki returns on October 5th.
We're back.
Great. Loki Season 2. Streaming October 5th at 6 p.m. PT.
Just watch.
I only single this out because the final shot is definitely Ms. Minutes from a different moment, mouthing something completely different, with Tara Strong's voice just dubbing over it the words "just watch."
Just watch.
Now, another reminder that I explored some other mysteries from Loki Season 1, like what quantum ore is, in my Loki Deep Dive video on the Deep Dive channel. Please subscribe to that, and our channel, The Break Room, and this channel, New Rockstars. You can follow me on all social platforms at EA Voss, follow New Rockstars, and brace yourself for the craziest and most in-depth breakdowns of Loki on YouTube starting October 5th. Bye, y'all!